Hello students, welcome once again to online platform of Little Flower School, Salempur. Good morning to everyone. How are you all? This is Archana Mishra with GSU of class 5th. Today, again we will continue with the first chapter, and today I think we will finish. Okay, we have done the exercise work in last class, and today again we will continue with the question answer only. Up to question number 3 we have done, and today we have to do question number 4. Okay, so get ready with the copy, pen. Start writing along with me. Let's read the question first. Question number 4 is, list the various agents of dispersal. What is question number 4? List the various agents of dispersal. List the please write along with me. Okay, don't wait, start writing. And after completing, I will be aside, and if you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot on your phone and later you can write, or you can pause the video and note it. Okay, start writing. List the various agents of dispersal. List the various agents of dispersal. We have studied in the previous classes, means not yesterday but day before yesterday, that what are the agents of dispersal, and we studied that wind, water, animals, and V2 means human beings are the agents of dispersal. Now we have to write the same answer here, that what are they? Wind. Let's write the answer. Please write with me. Wind, water, animals, and human beings are the various agents of dispersal. Now we have finished writing question number 4. Now we will move to the next question number 5. Take your time, understand, and then write. Okay, once again I will read. List the various agents of dispersal. This is the question, and the answer for this is wind, water, animals, and human beings are the various agents of dispersal. Okay, I hope all of you have finished writing this. Now we will move to the next question. Next question is, how are potatoes grown? How are potatoes grown? Next question is, we have to explain the method or the way the potatoes are grown. How are potatoes grown? This is the next question. Question number 5. How are the potatoes grown? This is next question. Question number 5. How are the potatoes grown? we will see that how this is grown. Means we will not see, we will just understand and write. We have studied in the last class that potatoes are grown through stems, and when potatoes are cut into pieces and put into the soil, they give rise to new plants. Okay, this is the answer, and we will write here now. We will write the answer. Potatoes are grown through stems. Means this is the method how it is grown. Now we will write the way it is planted into the soil, or the way it is grown. That we will write now. What we will write? Potatoes are cut into pieces. Potatoes are cut into pieces, and then what we have to do further? And we have to put into the soil further. And potatoes are cut into pieces and put into the soil. They give potatoes are cut into pieces and put into the soil. Here one word I have left. Please write it. What we have to write here? When. Please write it. I left this word. When potatoes are cut into pieces and put into the soil. I will rub and write. You make this arrow mark and write in your notebook. We have to write here. When. Sorry for this. I told it, but I forgot to write. When I was reading the answer, when I was telling the answer, I told this, but I did not mention yet. Please make this correction. When potatoes are cut into pieces and put into the soil, they give rise to new plants. 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 This answer is finished. Now we will move to the next question. Question number 6. This is the way how the potatoes are grown. I am getting side. Please note it. Understand and write. Okay. Next question is about the agriculture. Why is agriculture necessary? What is the question? Why is agriculture necessary? Why is agriculture necessary? Now we have to write the answer for this question. Why is agriculture necessary? Because we know that it provides all of our food directly or indirectly, and therefore they fulfill our most basic needs. So we have to write the same answer here, because it provides all of our food. Because it provides all of our food. It provides all of our food directly, because it provides all of our food directly or indirectly. Either it provides the food directly or it provides the food indirectly. And in doing this, what it does, it fulfill our most basic needs, and thus fulfill our most basic, and thus fulfill our most basic needs. Okay, what is the answer? Because it provides all of our food directly or indirectly, and thus fulfill our most basic needs. This is the answer for the question number 6. Now one more question is remaining, and for writing that I need to rub the board. That's why I am giving you one suggestion, that either you note it fast, means in doing fast don't make the mistake. In doing fast don't make the mistake. No, understand and then write. Or I am getting aside, take a screenshot on your phone, okay, and later you can see it and write. Take a screenshot. I am getting aside. Now board is clear to you, no? Take a screenshot of that. Okay. I hope this question number 4 is finished, no? In that we will write question number 7. And question number 7 is about Rabi and Kharif crops. Question number 7 is about the crops. And in crops we studied about the cropping patterns. Then we studied that in India mainly 2 cropping seasons are there, Rabi crops and this Kharif crops. And this last question is about them only. Write the question with me. Question number 7. What are Rabi and Kharif crops? What are Rabi and Kharif crops? Not only the definition of that, but we have to write along with the examples. Give examples. What are Rabi and Kharif crops? Give examples. Give examples. We have to write the answer for this. We have to write the answer for this question. What are Rabi and Kharif crops? Give examples for that. Then first we will write about the Rabi crops. Then we will write about the Kharif crops. Let's write the answer. The crops that are grown from November to April. The crops that are grown from November to April are the crops that are grown from November to April are called Rabi crops are called Rabi crops. Now we have to write the example for this. I hope that answer number 5 is also finished. Have you finished writing? If not, take the screenshot. Some are there, they write very slowly. So I am getting aside, take the screenshot. Once again I am telling this, because now I have to rub this answer. Okay? I am going to rub it. We have to write the example for this Rabi crops. We have to write the example for this Rabi crops. And the example of Rabi crops is wheat, barley and peas. Example of Rabi crops is wheat, then barley, then peas, gram and so many other things are there. This much is enough. Now one more question is given in the same question about the kharif crops. Let's write about that also. The crops that are grown from July to October. The crops that are grown from July to October. The crops that are grown from July to October are called, the crops that are grown from July to October are called kharif crops. Now we have to write the example of this crop. Example is rice, then maize and then millet. Rice, maize, millet, etc. So many other crops are there. Rice, maize, millet, etc. This was the last question of our first chapter. Now we have finished first chapter completely. Everything is completed. Let's read the question number 7 once again. What are Rabi and Kharif crops? Give examples. The crops that are grown from November to April are called Rabi crops. And example for that is wheat, barley, peas, etc. This is about the Rabi crops. One more thing we studied about the Rabi crops is they are grown in the winter season. They are sown in the winter season. But we don't need to write here. Just keep in mind they are sown in which season? Winter season. These Rabi crops are sown in the winter season, but we don't need to write that fact. Just remember it. Keep it in your mind. Now the example for that is wheat, barley, peas, gram, mustard and so many other crops. Studying about the kharif crops, the crops that are grown from July to October are called kharif crops, and they are sown in the rainy season. Now rainy season is going to come now, and in that season only from July kharif crops will be start sowing, means the farmers will be doing their work preparing their field, and from July they will start sowing these crops. And example for these crops is rice, maize, millet, etc. This is about the Rabi crops and the Kharif crops. This is about the Rabi crops and the Kharif crops. Then, after finishing this chapter, we will move to the next chapter. But before doing that, I want to give you some suggestions. Please don't take it in just for granted. What you have to do, you have to note down in your prayer notebook properly with a good handwriting, with a fountain pen or gel pen. Don't use dot pen. Then learn it. Okay, complete it. I am getting aside. Take the screenshot and complete it. Understand and write. Don't write quickly. Okay. And we will meet next day now. Prepare this lesson. Thank you, students.